Hello YouTube, it's Wow Sly. Suppose this video is for my subscribers who subscribe for prepping or solar stuff really. If you subscribe for me for wild camping, radios or whatever reason, you probably won't want to watch this. But I've just come out to the garage, as it would be called in Civvy Street, for a cigarette, as I don't smoke in the house, and it's chucking it down, and I'm not standing out in the rain. I've got wet coming out here, and I've already got a stinking cold, which I've had this cold I think since about October, and we're now in the middle of January, well, give or take. So yeah, just kind of a quick chat before I waffle on too much, before I even get started, about prepping, being prepared. Not to the point that you like categorise yourself as a prepper, but just about being prepared in general. I've just got to plug something in, otherwise I'll need that one day and it won't be there. What it is we had a little power cut tonight. It was over half an hour, under an hour. The entire town went out. I mean, we live on a hill. I went upstairs, looked out the window, and the town was out completely. I could see right over to the next town, and they were fine. So yeah, it's alright, people that are preppers, or they're prepared, or they have a plan of action. But like some people say, you don't have a plan until you have a plan B. But I more think along the lines of plan A, B, C, D. Plan A is wake up in the morning, flick the light on, have a cup of coffee, take my phone off charge. Plan B is like, I don't know, needing a torch, getting a first aid kit. And plan C would be taking further action, you know, where plan A and plan B have gone. If that explains it. So anyway, a small power cut tonight. Just cooked a pizza and put a film on. I was watching that American Sniper. Not a bad film. And then at the end a simple statement came up and I nearly cried. So we won't go into that. But yeah, I just sat down, literally as I sat down, pushed play, everything went off. And I thought, oh, you're joking, aren't you? So I sat there in darkness, the missus is waving her phone around, flapping, and I had a slice of pizza. You know, stayed chilled and calm and chilled out, as it should be. And a lot of people do say, like my wild camping videos, like the chilled out approach I have to things, where a lot of people normally say to me, it's probably like the don't give a fuck approach, excuse my language. But it was like, yeah, well, the power's gone off. Not bothered. Also, I want to state that I don't want to come across big-headed in this at all. But it was, I sat there and had a slice of pizza, thinking, you know, power's gone out. So what? I'm going to be fine. But not in a big-headed way. Just in a like, I'll have a slice of pizza, then I'll get off my lazy ass. Sort of like the don't give a fuck attitude. Again, because I stayed calm and chilled out and relaxed and just thought, you know, I know what I've got to do, I'll do it. It's the people that think, quick, scramble, head for the fire exit, you know, they're the ones that come a cropper. Not just the case of the power cut, there could be a flood, tornado, earthquake. Yeah, you do want to run for cover, you know, if you want a tornado, but you've also got to be like steady. You don't run into someone else, or you know, run into a door frame and knock yourself out. So the calm approach wins most of the time. Not all the time, some of the time, most of the time. So yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to talk about what I had plan of action and how it unfolded, which is similar to like my view on life. You know, life is a box. Think of a cube laid out flat, folded up, You know, you've got one side that goes 1, 2, 3. There's 4 sides on the floor, and we've got 2 that flip up the side to make a box. And I think that box unfolds, and we just follow the path that it gives us. Well, we've got 1 square, or we've got the square 1 and then another 2. So I think life unfolds, and we just follow the path that's in front of us. Some people say you make your own path. Everyone's got their own view and opinion. So when the power went off, my box unfolded, and I was sitting there eating my pizza in the dark, facing the right direction, because I had the plan ready laid out for me, as if I had prepared this box, positioned myself in it, and then folded it up. So when it unfolded, I knew which way the folds had gone. Maybe talking bollocks to most people, and I certainly shouldn't endorse smoking or caffeine, sugar, full fat milk. So anyway, came out to the garage, and the emergency bulkhead light on the wall was on. So I opened up the garage door, and the garage was nicely lit. So I came in, just grabbed the bulkhead off the wall, it lifts up, comes off, unplugged it, walked out the garage, picked up the go box, the little silver one. That's always on trickle charge at the front of the garage, so if I open the garage up, it's the first thing I can grab. It wouldn't be called an emergency go box or emergency lighting kit if it was buried under the bed somewhere or in the back of a cupboard. While doing this, I noticed that the neighbour had 2 little candles on her fireplace, so I went in the house, hung the bulkhead light on the wall in the living room. It was switched on the entire time. Got the emergency go box, got out my LED spotlights, put it on top of the Welsh dresser thing we've got, and pointed the lights out to light up. It's quite a big, it's like a living room dining room, but we've got a dining room, so it's quite a big living room. So I angled the lights so it was all lit up, and as I was doing that, the missus said to me, "Good timing, because I need a pee." So I gave her the bulkhead light, and she went out and put that in the hallway, which lit up the bathroom, the hallway, the living room's lit up. You know, we didn't need the kitchen or bedrooms. The kids ain't here tonight, so we're quite lucky there. And of course, the important thing is light. So once the light was set up, went outside, back in here to get the system off the wall. And what else did I grab? Grabbed my the handset. Always grab the handset. It's got a torch on it, a radio, plus it's a dual band transceiver. Didn't actually turn it on. I was more worried about the pizza and stuff. So when I came out the second time, that's when I saw the neighbour, and I said, "Have you got enough light?" And she says, "You haven't got a box of candles, have you?" Like, joked about it. So I gave her the paraffin light lamp off the side, and gave it to her lit. Came in, lit it, gave it to her so it was already light, and says, "You know how to use it, don't you?" And held it. So I wasn't going to give it over until she, knew how to work it. They are simple. If you don't know, they could be very, very dangerous. So, quickly told her, up and down, keep it as low as possible, don't touch the glass. When you finish with it, blow it out. I said, keep it on the windowsill, and open the window a crack, because they do get a bit smelly. I didn't buy the non-scented paraffin. So the neighbour had a bit more light. Little boy and her elderly dad was there. Went in the house, unplugged the TV and the DVD player, plugged it into the charge, the inverter, connected the battery up, hit the breaker. TV, DVD came on. Sat there watching the pizza, eating the DVD, watching the DVD, eat the pizza. And then I think about 35 minutes later, the power came back on. So it was only a short power cut. But it was nice to know that the steps I had planned worked. We had a power cut a couple of months ago. A couple of weeks before Christmas, not sure. And we had the kids there, really little. And the power was coming on and going off and on and off and on and off. And every time it went off, the kids were screaming. So I thought, sod this. I've got a video on my on my channel, saying 2 of the small reasons I prep. So to keep the kids from freaking out, I just sod it. The lights keep going on and off. Just turn them all off, and went on to solar. That way we didn't worry about the power going on and off. It didn't affect us, and that's what being prepared is for me. Is being able to carry on your normal daily goings on without anything disturbing it. You know, like if you work the other side of a river that floods, you buy a boat. That way you can still get across the river to the shops, to work, or to friends and family. You want to prepare stuff that enables you to carry on regardless. My coffee's going to get cold. I'm not even sure if the camera's picking this up. You get to see my missing tooth, my wonky nose, a couple of spots. I don't have a best side. So yeah, really, I just want to emphasise to people that are, you know, introducing themselves into being a bit more prepared. And the thing I've got to say is, don't copy other people. If you see pictures and videos and go, that looks good, I'll do that. Don't find out what you need and then find out what you need to do, or find out what you need to do and then find out what you need to do it, if that makes sense. If you go copy someone else, then you'll have something that might not be suited for you. Well, the solar system I've got is suited for me because it was purposely built. I tried several different configurations over the past few years. I've tried a big green massive military style box, tried it on a shelf, tried it in a box, had it on the wall, wasn't sure about that, put it into a little metal old PC case, didn't like that. I went back to the wall because I found that wall system suits my needs better. It runs my shack, and in the event of a power cut I can just slide off the wall, take it in the house. A Go box would do the same thing. That's why it's personal, because the only reason I've got it on the wall is because I prefer to look at it. I can see all the wires exposed. I like it looking messy. I like to see it and, you know, see what's going on. But if it was a Go box, all the wires would be hidden and I wouldn't know what's going on. If there's any faults, I wouldn't be able to see them. So again, that's personal preference. And a good example is, you know, it doesn't work every time. Don't go out and buy something or copy someone because it looks good or the story they've told you works. Like I bang on about my solar system on the wall. To a lot of people it seems pointless, rubbish, and you know, not necessary. I might as well just buy a generator. I might as well just do this. I might as well just do that. Well, I've tried alternative things, and this seems to work fine for me. And the small Go box I've got works fantastic. You know, it works a couple of times in the house. It works when I'm camping. It works when maintenance on the car. That works brilliantly. It is a small system, like a 7 amp-hour battery, but it works perfectly for what I need it for, and that's what the prep's all about. You don't want to have a freaking, like, I don't know, 50-foot yacht if there's only 4 of you. I can still hear the rain. It's quite bad out there. So yeah, if you've got any sort of preps, just make sure they're in place. That's how cold it is out here. If you it's 0 degrees. Yeah, if you have any, like, anything at all you're putting aside for that rainy day, make sure it's obtainable. You don't want to say, well, I'll put it in the shed, and then the shed blows away in a storm or gets flooded out, or, you know, gets struck by lightning. You know, make sure it's accessible. The Go box at the front is handy. The bigger battery bank, that's going to be turned into a Go box. It's got all the wires in there at the moment. Everything's wired up, sockets, battery. It's just got no controller. You know, that works brilliantly. I'll just pick it up and take it in the house. It's just basically a portable battery at the moment. There's 2 other sockets on the other side all wired up. If I used it before, so I want to get that working again soon, but at the moment it's just running the system here, which I've drained completely tonight. I've got like 11 volts in there, So yeah, accessible. It's accessible. I don't have to come in the garage and stumble everywhere because that light comes on, so I can come in here in the dark. You know, I can see because of that bulkhead light. And all I done tonight was unplug this lead, which is the battery bank lead, and I can plug in any battery in there, the big Go box or the little one, to charge or power the system. Solar panel plugs in there. I just unplugged that, and yeah, in my inverter I've got my new shack lights up on the ceiling, which you can't see on the beams. I just unplugged them, so I unplugged 1, 2, 3, unplugged 3 wires, slid it off the wall, and I was away. When I first come in here, I literally just flicked on that switch, and then all these lights came on, which give me a little bit extra light. But to be honest, that thing does kick out a lot of light. So yeah, there's my new pound shop lights. They're just thumbtacked. Is that the word? Thumbtacks. Drawing pins, thumbtacks, measuring tape measure, whatever. Just drawing pinned into the rafters, all facing down. They put out quite a bit of light to the side, but they do shine quite well down. They look blue, but they're actually white. So they light up everything quite nice out here. Again, the radio, I can just unplug that from the power and the antenna. I can take it away, and the handset's there, obviously. Just unplug the aerial and take that away. So yeah, always have a plan B and make sure it's accessible. That's why I like my preps to be something I use daily or frequently. I would never like to have something put away for a rainy day. When I get it out, it might not work. It might be broken, might be out of date. Whether it's your food preps, your water preps, make sure they're accessible. Don't get like a load of water, bottled water, and put it away somewhere and forget about it. Make sure it's accessible. Make sure you can check it. Make sure you can, test it now and then. Drink a bottle of water, then replace it. Check the dates. If you've got stored water and you're one of these people that sterilise it with bleach, keep on top of that. Food preps. Don't just put them in a box, tape it up, and put it in the basement. You never. You might go down there 3 months later and find out a lot of mice have got it. Make sure what you've got is to hand. The last thing you want to do is like a firearm. People that carry firearms legally carry them for a reason, and they're accessible. You will not get a police officer in the UK with a taser who will have to deal with someone with a knife, and the police officer will not say to him, "Hang on, I just need to get my taser out the boot of the car." They have it on their side where it's accessible. It's there for a reason. Paramedics on motorbikes, where do they keep their bag? Soldiers, rifle. How many gunners, riflemen, anyone in the infantry will be in a combat situation, which is a daily situation when they're in that environment, will put their rifle down and walk away. Will go to the naffy, have a bite to eat, and go, when I get back to the barracks, I must check my gun still where I left it. You don't. You have your necessary equipment. It's vital you keep it to hand. My garage, the other side of my high-tech infiltration system, which is an old sheet, is full of the general garage stuff. There's boxes of Christmas decorations, there's old boxes of toys we've got to give to a charity, which never got around to doing it. There's a fridge freezer there. There's bags of crap. There's all the interior for the car stacked up. The last thing I want to do is come out here on a power cart and start digging around for a go box or a generator. Or a generator, petrol generator. They are brilliant. Get a 3 kilowatt generator. Yeah, I've got this one on offer. It was only 150 quid. The day you actually dig it out the back of your garage, it's rusty, the spark plugs are corroded, the petrol's gone funny, there's an oil blockage. The pull cord's rotted away and snapped where mildew got in and ate away at the pull cord. Keep it accessible. Make a reason to use it. It's all right having this on charge and put away somewhere, so it's always charged up, but that battery could fail. The fuses could blow. I might not know because it's not accessible. and the day I need to go and use it is the day I find out it's broken. So if you've got a generator or water or food, make sure you can check it, keep an eye on it. You don't want to be left in the dark, and I can say that literally because I would have been left in the dark tonight. But you don't want to be left hungry, you don't want to be left short. So whatever you're preparing for, and you've got steps in place, i.e. your preps, don't let them go to waste. Your first aid kits, they're all handy, aren't they? They're a bit of a prep. Make sure that everyone's first aid kit is handy. People carry them on their belts when they're out wild camping and hiking. The last thing you want to do is someone fall over, hurt themselves, and have to dig out a first aid kit. So anyway, this is just a waffle. I don't feel cold, but it is cold. It's probably minus now. It's still 0 degrees. So yeah, I need the sun to come up tomorrow because I'm running out of power. Well, that's on that. I still have the other battery which is under the desk. I've swapped it from the 60 amp to a 40 something amp. The big battery had a fault. One of the cells had died, so it never charged more than 10 point something. Can't remember. The Go box is charged. That thing's charged, but it won't last forever uncharged. They ought to be kept on charge. So I've got to find a way of keeping that afloat if I ever need it. But yeah, pretty much, everything's touch wood. Everything's prepared and ready to go. Power side. As for everything else, I'm hoping it's the same. I.e., every time I go wild camping with the trailer and the bike, I bring home a trailer full of wood from the woods to keep it all topped up, to keep it, prepared. I don't want to, have a big power cut one night, go outside to light the wood stove, and then go, damn it, I forgot to bring back a load of wood. I mainly have to keep bringing it back because I keep giving it away. So I must stop giving it away. And I must keep some batteries in there charged, but to be honest, when they're charged I'll just pull them out. That's just there so I don't lose it. Right, this is Wow Sly, chatting on a little bit too much. I hope this gives you a bit of an insight to me, and a bit of a helpful tip by me just saying, have a plan A, B and C, and make sure it's accessible and make sure it's personal. Personalise your kit. Don't just buy it because it looks good or the advert read good or it was on offer. Make sure it's a necessary bit of equipment. Necessary is vital. Unnecessary is pointless. Like if you're backpacking, you're carrying unnecessary bit of weight, it's pointless carrying that. Right, I'm off. Food for thought. I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care, stay safe and stay prepared.